All right. Good evening. Good evening. First thing first, let me know that you can hear me and that you can see me. We can get right into it. All right. Yeah, let me know you can hear me and see me. We can get right on into this and share some more thoughts. All right, Nicole says she see me and hear me. All right. All right, guys. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let's get right into it. Oh, before I get into this, two things. I was sent that oh boy, Jose, his bond has been set and like it may be at $2 million if I'm saying that right. I had to do a little bit of deeper check on that. The story that we did earlier about Imani. Look like he does have a bill at $2 million, I believe, but I could be wrong on that. So let me do a little more research on that and I'll get back to you on that. And speaking of Imani, I want to read something to y'all. Let me see. Do I still got it pulled up? I want to read something to y'all that I found on Facebook. That somebody had made a post about her. And this was back on July the 22nd, I guess, when everything's starting to hit the fan or whatnot. A person put this on Facebook, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this. This person said, "These little grown children need to stay in a child's place. Apparently, she met somebody online and been conversing over a year. Now that's new to me. I didn't read anything saying she been talking to this man over a year, but with the way the story going now, I just wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't." Then she goes on to say that she got her phone taken after it was discovered. She then sneaks out the window with the individual, and this could have gone another way. Thank God she is safe. All right. And this was a post that was made about Imani, the 11-year-old that I talked about earlier. And I want to get y'all opinion about their comment, about their post. What do you think about that? Do you feel she's out of line for saying that? Or do you feel like she's speaking real? I just want to know how y'all feel about that, about her making that post. And then under the post, there was a comment. There was a comment somebody made. One a smart comment, but I mean, they won't get smart with her nothing, at least not to my eyes when I'm reading. They wouldn't get smart with her. But a comment was said under that, and they said, she's probably a confused and troubled kid after the loss of her father. Let's pray for her instead of criticizing her and calling her grown. Um, I think that's a fair argument. I, I think that's a fair argument to say that. And then the person who made the post came back and responded to her, and I agree with this. She said, "I definitely prayed for her, but don't know her story or her circumstances. But what I do know is that you call a thing a thing. We tend to make excuses for why these grown children do what they do." Excuse me. "This is one of the reasons why some of the children are so lost." Hey, like it or not, I gotta say that's one of the realest things somebody ever said about this case. Even me, it's got to be one of the realest things that I've seen somebody say. All right, so I want to read that out to y'all. That's what I found on Facebook, and just want to get y'all thoughts. That post that was made about the young lady or whatnot. All right, so yeah, y'all can kind of share your thoughts on what y'all heard. That'd be nice. But however, though, I knew these. I don't know where she get that from over a year. I don't know where she got that from. Maybe there's some more stuff out there that I don't know about. I don't know. But she said it's probably happened over a year, so I don't know. I don't know. But if it does come out that is, at this point, like I said, I won't be surprised because how the story's getting twisted and turned now. I won't be surprised. I wouldn't. But anyway, guys, this is another story. Oh God, hold on. This is another story that a lot of us are familiar with. We're gonna be talking about Michael Joseph Vaughan. All right. So again, there's been another update to the story. It has been 1 year since he's been gone missing. It's been 1 year. I think today makes that 1 year, if I'm not mistaken. I think today makes that 1 year. Okay. Now apparently Tyler and his Tyler and Michael's mom has done an interview, and a full interview has been released. All right. I only heard a little bit of it, and that's due to the news clip that's behind this picture right here. And I want to play that as well because just some things that I'm hearing was being played, and some of the things Tyler's saying, you have to ask yourself, just like with a money case, you got to ask yourself, is Tyler telling the truth? Is Tyler being real about what really happened with this young man's disappearance? Or is there just more to this story and he's trying to play stupid? And I think with a lot of people, if he is trying to play stupid, a lot of people ain't buying it. All right? A lot of people ain't buying it. So before we get into the full interview, I want y'all to hear this news clip. I'm pretty much sure some of y'all already heard it. It was originally posted on July the 22nd, but it's been updated today. All right. So y'all have a listen to this. That we'll get into the full interview. All right.
And welcome to the Sunday News at 10. I'm Doug Petcash. Wednesday will mark 1 year since the community of Fruitland's world was shaken when a young boy named Michael Vaughn went missing. Michael, who turned 6 years old last month, has not been seen since. Information on the case has been limited, but police, the public, and the family remain strongly determined to find him. In an interview you'll see only on 7, KTVB reporter Tristan Lewis and KTVB digital reporter Alexandra Duggan spoke with Michael's parents, BRANDI Neal and Tyler Vaughan. They share what this last year has been like and recount the night Michael went missing.
Nearly a year later,
it was a very quick year and long year at the same time.
And the same question remains. Where is Michael Vaughn?
It can't be a year. It can't be.
Going through every day without him, Michael's parents, BRANDI Neal and Tyler Vaughan, say is a struggle.
I don't want to get out of bed every day. But we do it, and we try to keep our stuff together.
Try.
And just get through every day.
To get through the day-to-day, they use hope.
He's coming home.
Hope that Michael will be found.
Strength with law enforcement and our community members and our family. All of us standing strong, that none of us are going to stop. Not a single one of us will stop. Michael is going to come home.
Law enforcement continue to tell the public they are working around the clock to find the missing boy.
We haven't stopped. Every day we have unfinished business, and I'll tell you that every day is an anniversary of the disappearance from Michael Vaughn for us.
Michael went missing from his neighborhood on July 27, 2021. Investigators have narrowed down the time frame of his disappearance to between 6:40 to 7 p.m. that night.
Our investigation remains intense and strong.
That night, BRANDI worked her shift at the local Albertsons grocery store. Tyler was home with Michael and the kids, along with a daughter nicknamed Buggy.
Went back to change bug. Michael was playing on his Switch. She was sleeping, so it took a minute for me to rouse her. And then I changed a diaper and ordered pizza. Probably took me, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe. And came back out and went outside to smoke, and Monkey wasn't outside, so I figured he was inside with his brother, wasn't inside.
That's when panic.
How many of y'all believe that's what happened? How many of y'all believe that's what happened? Again, I want you to understand the pattern. I was watching him. He was right there doing XYZ. I go to the back and do some things, change the diaper or whatever. I stayed in the back and I ordered pizza while I'm in the back. I did all this while I was in the back. I come outside, take a smoke, realize he went outside. I thought he was back in the house. And all of a sudden he gone. I mean, who believe that? Who believe that? That's kind of hard to believe. Seriously, not saying that it can't happen, but I'm having a hard time believing it. Okay, I really am. I really am.
Change bug. Michael was playing on his Switch.
Where was Michael playing on the Switch at?
She was sleeping, so it took a minute for me to rouse her. And then I changed a diaper and ordered pizza. Probably took me, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe. And came back out and went outside to smoke, and Monkey wasn't outside, so I figured he was inside with his brother, wasn't inside.
That's when panic.
See, that's the thing right there. Okay. Want to keep components to that where he said, where was Michael at playing with his Switch? Where was he at? Where was he at? Was he outside? Was he inside playing with the Switch? Where exactly was he? And for you to say you thought he went back inside the house. Like I said, I believe it's possible. It may be possible. But the thing is, though, if Michael never left the front yard or he never left the house like that, just unannounced like that, if he never just left like that before, why did he choose to do it on this particular day? So again, that's why I say it's making it hard for me to believe that. All right. And I noticed you saying you stayed back there in the back for a minute. You know, like I said, it could be something or it could be nothing. I don't know. I don't know. And now you're saying, here, it took me a minute to wake up the baby so I could change her diaper. I don't know.
Kicked in for Tyler.
I came outside and I looked down the street and I hopped in the car and called BRANDI and drove to the splash pad and then all over the neighborhood, walking, running, driving. Like I couldn't tell you where. I mean, I didn't leave the neighborhood, but all up and down.
Frantically, he called BRANDI, asking her to get home immediately.
I was scared, and she was the first person I thought to call. I needed her home as fast as
Nicole, thank you, because that's what I'm thinking. If he would have came back in the house, I'm sure you would have heard him. I'm sure you would have heard him and you would have seen him, because you coming from the back, you going to the front or wherever the hell you was going there to take this smoke. I mean, I'm sure you probably would have seen him and heard him. Because usually when you hear children playing video games, it's not silent. A lot of them get excited, because when I was a child, I got excited when I played video games. You could hear us back there just having fun with it, or you could just hear the game just making all kind of noises and stuff. You would hear that, you know. So again, you back there in the bag. You said about 15 minutes. You changed the diaper. You said it took a while to wake the baby up. Now here's my thing about that taking a while to wake the baby up, because I just changed diaper before. You know, I just usually pick them up and start changing their diaper. You know, and then sometimes they will wake up while you change their diaper or whatnot. And when I get to change their diaper, hey, let them do what they want to do. They want to lay back down, they go ahead and lay back down. Or they up. All right. So the reason I'm saying it is, if I change the baby diaper, it didn't take nothing but a second for them to wake up. But he talking like it took a minute for the baby to wake up. No, I don't know about that now. But all it took 15 minutes though. He changed the diaper, he ordered pizza. Well, she must have had a big old bowel movement that day. Then it took you 15 minutes to do all that now. I'm just saying. But again, I could be wrong. I wasn't there. I could be wrong.
I could, because I was panicked and out of my mind.
Panicked because he has no idea where his best buddy Michael is.
He's a wonderful, wonderful little boy, and he doesn't deserve this.
Both parents believe Michael.
Sir, you're absolutely right. He don't deserve this. You're absolutely right on that, because if you are the one that was last watching him and all of a sudden he gone, you know, everybody looking at you saying you did something to him. So if it turns out that you are the corporate, are you going to still say the same thing, that he don't deserve this? You know, or you just putting on the front for the camera? Okay, I'm just saying, you know, I don't know if you did it or not, you know, but the speculation is going on with the story and how it's being put out there and how you talking. Always, if you are the last one to see the child, you should be able to explain what happened. Okay, and even if Michael did get out the house, he couldn't have not gone far. Because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he barefoot too? Didn't they say when he first got taken, he was barefoot? Somebody refresh my memory. When I first did this story, and they said the last thing he had on, one Michael barefoot too. So if Michael was barefoot, he couldn't have got far. He couldn't have, not on bare feet. He couldn't have. Come on now. And the thing about this is, people tell these stories, and you got people that actually believe this shit. You really do. I know when I was a child, I'm in the neighborhood, I don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? If I'm walking barefoot, I'm not going to go far because I don't know the neighborhood. Where the hell am I going to go? Where am I going to go? So I'm assuming you got neighbors on the left. You got neighbors on the right. You got a neighbor on the left. You got a neighbor on the right. This particular day, neither one of your neighbors on the left or right saw Michael. Nobody saw him walking or anything. Because from my understanding, I think they said they got a tip that he was at one of the neighbor's house or something, or he walked to one of the neighbor's house or something. I don't know. But even if that though, if he walked to a neighbor's house, you would think the neighbor say, "Hey, here go Michael. Hey, he walked down the street and stopped at my house. Here you go. Here you go." But I don't think nobody saw Michael. But you was the last one that seen him though. I don't know. Somebody help me make sense for me. Okay, somebody say it was flip flops. Oh, you said wasn't it? I think it was flip flops. I think it was Dirty Birdie. I think it was flip flops. Thank you. It was flip flops. Even with those, you couldn't get fired. Yep. All right, Viking. What's going on, y'all? New people coming in, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up for a boy if y'all don't mind. So again, I told y'all when I first started covering this story, I said I really didn't look at the dad and the mom, which I still don't look at the mom because I think the mom was at work. So you could probably kind of X her out of this unless it comes out that she know everything and she's covering. Because we have done a lot of stories where the mom is covering for the significant other. But right now, there's nothing saying that BRANDI is covering for Tyler. But if it does come out that she is covering for Tyler, I promise you I won't be surprised because you got sick folks that do that. And then I'm telling y'all this too right here. Anytime a child is out the bunches come up missing, all the other ones are still there, that's your first red flag right there. So how's Michael coming up missing? And Bug, I think they say her name is, she's still there. Well, according to him, Bug was asleep. Okay, so Bug wouldn't get out the house. According to him, this is the story that he given. Allegedly, Bug was asleep. But since Michael is up, Michael the one disappeared. Tyler, what's going on, bro? What's going on, my man?
Was taken. But whether that is by a stranger or someone close to the family, they don't know. Police say there is a high probability of abduction, but say there are no absolutes when it comes to this case.
So when I say everything's on the table, it's still on the table.
Law enforcement continue to look into both strangers and those close to Michael as persons of interest.
But I will tell you there are multiple.
But a year later, there are still no suspects. Fruitland Police have also confirmed during this investigation there are some people who have been uncooperative, which is confusing to BRANDI and Tyler.
Why would you not cooperate? Why? You see our family, you see our children that are heartbroken. All of us are heartbroken.
Law enforcement say Michael's parents continue to cooperate fully, but have not been able to clear the two because many parts of this case...
Whoa, there you go right there. Okay, here we go, guys. He had a light blue Minecraft shirt, size 46, black spandex boxer briefs with lime green trims, and he was in his briefs. Where he gonna go walking around in his drawers like that? Come on, man. Come on, dude. And a lime green Minecraft character, aka Creeper, and a dark blue flip-flops. Y'all caught it right. It was flip-flops. So he had on the shirt, nothing but his boxers, and flip-flops. And where he gonna go? How far he's gonna go? Now this theory about abduction, I don't know about all that. Now I don't know. Again, anything is possible, and I could be wrong. But I feel in my heart, this boy's story, ain't no damn abduction. It ain't. Or I would say this: if it is an abduction, would I be wrong if I say that Tyler may have set it up? If it is an abduction. I don't think abduction playing a part in this. But again, I could be wrong. I could be dead ass wrong.
Not absolute.
We are working with law enforcement 100%. And I will say that they are a very, very big part of our lives continuously. And we will continue to work with them 110%. So when everything is cleared, or
when they're ready to take that step, we'll be grateful, but we know it takes time.
BRANDI and Tyler both trust the work police are doing in Michael's case.
I believe they've done an amazing job, and they continue to do an amazing job.
With Michael's case capturing so much attention around the country, police told KTVB they sometimes run into speculation and random theories thrown out by the public. Because these are often not credible tips, Chief J.D. Huff says it diverts attention away from finding Michael.
Most of the theories, I think, are completely not grounded in reality for the most part.
When it comes to the lack of
There
information
they go with all
released
that goofy
last year,
laughing. There they
Huff
go.
says it's because they don't want to say anything to compromise the case.
I wouldn't want them to release anything that jeopardized the case.
Tyler and BRANDI say there are many things the police do not even tell them, which they are okay with.
I would say at the beginning of it, we were both very like, we want to know everything. And there are certain things that that happened that changed my mind really fast about wanting to know everything.
BRANDI and Tyler say they continue to support law enforcement in their efforts because they're working to find the truth.
We are begging as a family, as a whole, as a community, as the world.
And will not stop until Michael is brought home.
His baby sister needs him. His big sister, his big brother, all of us, we all need him. And Monkey, we love you.
Police are still asking people to come forward with any credible tips and information, and they are still searching for the driver of the white Honda Pilot. If we can pull that up real quick. It was last seen around the area during the time of Michael's disappearance. Police believe this is a resident. They are also looking for a man, which should pop up in just a few seconds. He's a man who was seen walking around the park in Michael's neighborhood that evening. Police say neither of these people are suspects. They just would like to chat with them. For more information, check out our website, ktvb.com. And Doug, Fruitland Police continue to work with the FBI, Idaho State Police, and Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue on this case.
And Wednesday is the 1-year anniversary of the disappearance of Monkey. Is there anything planned for Wednesday to mark that occasion or to keep awareness out there?
So if you drive around Fruitland, you often see blue lights. You often see blue ribbons around there. That's Monkey's favorite color.
Okay.
And people everywhere, just not Fruitland, not just Payette County, everywhere are asked to tie a ribbon around your mailbox, a blue ribbon, a light, something blue. Put it out in front of your front yard just to honor this search and honor the family.
I think see how hard everybody is working to get those answers. Tristan, thank you. Very, very informative story, and it's tough to see the family go through that. All right. Thanks, Tristan.
All right. And that's the news clip portion. Like I told y'all, I got the full interview. We're going to hear the full interview in just a minute. But so far, so good. What y'all heard with that, I would like to see y'all thoughts. And I think we all may be on the same page with this. I saw somebody say what happened to the lady, say he came down there and played with her children. Yes, where is she? All right. I want to know where the auntie at, where the sister at. We haven't seen her in a minute either. I just want to know where she at. Not saying she did anything, but I would like to see where she at, I saw something else somebody said too. Somebody said, could it be that the mom did something and he's covering up? That could be a possibility too. It could be. But I think she's been cleared and that she was at work. So, but still doesn't mean that she didn't know what was going on. So this whole thing could still have been planned. Who knows? But any theory, it's possible at this point. You just don't know. With these stories, you just don't know. You just don't know. At the end, when everything comes out, you'll be shocked what you find out. You just be totally shocked what you'll find out. All right? So, again, either this really happened, which I seriously doubt it. Either this really happened, and it's just a freak, crazy coincidence. I'll be even shocked. Either this did happen, or Tyler is plucking air by the heartstrings, which he think he is. I think in the beginning, a lot of people had a heart for Tyler and the mom, but as the story keep on going, as new updates coming, I think people starting to side-eye him a little bit, and saying that what he's saying, is something about that just don't sound right. It just sounds too fishy, It does. It just sounds fishy, And again, I told y'all, I pointed out the pattern. Every time they go in the back, that's how everything starts. I went in the back, As soon as I came back to the front, boom, they gone. It's the same pattern everywhere. I went to the back, came back, boom, he wasn't there. I went to the back, came back, boom, she wasn't there. Damn. But the only thing different, he went for it. He said, I went to the back. I had to wake her up. I had to change the diaper. I ordered pizza. I did all this in the back. Went outside and took a smoke. Realized he went outside. So I assumed he went back in the house. And when I went in the house, I didn't see him. So here another one, just like Trezell. I hopped in my car, rode around, walked around, or whatever the hell he did. He panicked. He called BRANDI. BRANDI, hurry up, get home, because he don't see Michael. She need to hurry up, get home, because he don't see Michael. Just not adding up, not to me. It just not adding up. It's not. It's not adding up at all. It's me, Shaylo. He said they lying. You know what? What's the saying I always say, guys? If it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, then what is it? If it walks like a duck, talk like a duck, what is it? Excuse me, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, what is it? It's a duck. Okay? I never believe if you stay in the neighborhood, unless you stay on the dead end of the street, if you stay in the middle of a neighborhood, everybody see you and the family interacting, everybody see the children and everything probably on a daily basis or every other daily basis, depending on how the neighborhood is and how the people always be outside. But just in one particular day, you claiming that this boy walked off with his shirt and nothing but drawers on and flip-flops. Nobody seen him. That shit always been suspect to me. It always draw an instant red flag because I don't believe that. I don't believe it. And then the main thing I be telling y'all, point that out. If they never wandered off before, what made them do it today? Or that particular day, which is a year from today. What made them do it on that particular day? There's no explanation for that. It's not. It's not. That shit always been suspect to me. And then if you got a group of kids in the house and just one come up missing, just one out the bunch come up missing, but everybody else safe and sound, that's suspect to me. All right? Jeff, I'm thinking that boy probably was already missing. Just like Orrin and Orson West, them boys was already missing. Summer Wells, that baby probably was already missing. But they choose when to report it. They choose when to report it. Because you know why? They got to cockade their story. They got to come up with a story. And you got to make it believable. You got to make it believable. And all that goof ass laughing, y'all know how I really feel about that. I would and I had changed a diaper, and you know it's hard for me to get up every day. I don't like this shit. I don't like that. Say that damn Terrell Rose did that with Amari Nicholson. What is so funny, man? I mean, really, what even make you want to laugh? I mean, seriously, or maybe just me being an uptight asshole. Maybe just me being an uptight asshole. What the fuck is funny? I didn't want to get up. Okay. When I find the humor in that, I would laugh too, but I don't find the humor in that. All right. When I find the humor in that, I will laugh. Cause I don't see nothing funny about you getting up. What's so funny about that? All right. I'm gonna take the time to see you all up in a bit. And what up, Mr. Queen? How you doing? Tamatha, what's going on? How you doing? Shandia, what's going on? Viking, what's going on? Dirty Birdie, what's going on? Lovely Lady, Miss D's, Tiffany Tay. Oh, hey, what's up, Tiffany Tay? What's going on? Appreciate you. Jeff in the building, Spicy Kai, what's going on? It's me, Shaylo. If I'm saying your name right, I hope I am. Miss Cooley, what's going on? LaKendra, what's going on? Good evening. Barbara, what's going on? Night Owl, Opal, what's going on? Casey, what it do? All right. S. Hagen, what it do? All right. Barbara, Eddie, what's going on? What up? All right. Nicole Smith, hey, my love, how you doing? Roller Mile, what's going on? Toaster Oven. They asked the question, where's the grandfather? Good question. Well, does the grandfather supposed to live nearby? Evelyn, what's going on? Joel, Carol, all right. Miss G, what's going on? Y'all in the building tonight. Tina Powers, all right. That's what it do. Much love to all of y'all. All right. You say you got the monkeypox? You know what? First is the C19. Now it's the they're just coming up with something every damn thing, man. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, guys, let's get into the full interview, and we're gonna see what they said without the news talking. So let's get right into it.
You just got off the press conference.
Oh, they live with the grandfather. Oh.
Your feeling about how it went and what type of information that they released, and how the investigation is.
Oh, they got a granddaddy right there.
I know there's a lot of stuff that they're working on that is new stuff that made me very hopeful that I'm not going to go into. But we both know that they're working tirelessly. So I always feel good when coming out of there. They work very hard.
And when you say hopeful, can you kind of explain what that means to you with these new leads, but you know what they're looking into?
We both try to stay hopeful through the whole thing, but the things that they're working on make me hopeful that we'll have answers eventually, and he'll come home.
He's coming home, and they're not going to give up.
So with the update that Huff gave when he said that they're looking in the area again, do you know kind of if they're looking at people that you guys know, or is it really just general, or is there anything you can speak to on that, or that?
We don't really know anything other than
There's nothing
persons of
that we can
interest.
speak on that matter, and they're looking into every lead in persons of interest. We don't know those.
Bear the darkness. What if you're right? What if you are right? I hope not, but what if you're right though?
And what I can say is that they're doing everything they possibly can to find Michael. So
Does it, so Huck said, well, I mean, the family hasn't been cleared, but they've been cooperative. I mean, do you have any comment on that? Like, some people speculate that, oh, because the family hasn't been cleared, that they're guilty or they're this. But I mean, what do you guys take away from that? Because obviously it can be hard to clear somebody, you know, just because everything is so outstanding. I kind of wondering what do you think about that?
I think they're doing everything they can to find Michael, and like you said, it's extremely hard to be 100% on anybody. So we're just taking it as it goes, and I'm sure eventually we'll get there.
Have you guys been told otherwise? Because I know there's been rumors circulating around just online and even just around the community. Have you guys been told otherwise about being cleared?
We are working with law enforcement 100%. And I will say that they are a very, very big part of our lives continuously. And we will continue to work with them.
That ain't what he asked, but okay. That ain't what he asked though.
When everything is cleared, or
when they're ready to take that step, we'll be grateful, but we know it takes time.
And just with information that's been released in the past.
So in other words, reading in between the lines, y'all not clear. Y'all not clear yet. If I'm hearing this right now, y'all not clear yet.
I mean, it was pretty consecutive in the first early months. Started to slow down a little bit just from police. And now it's been a while. This was the first press conference we've had since November, which I guess kind of contributes to just speculation around the community. With the lack of information that's been released from police in the past 6 months, which has led to this speculation.
Dirty Birdie, did you catch that too when they answered that question?
Do you think law enforcement should release more information, or just to combat those people that are coming up with these theories?
Most of the theories, I think, are completely not grounded in reality for the most part. I wouldn't want them to release anything that jeopardized the case. I mean, the person that has Michael could be watching, and I mean, it's. I wouldn't want them to put anything out that they shouldn't.
I believe they've done an amazing job, and they continue to do an amazing job, and they're not. They know the facts. They know the truth. They have the truth, and the things they are working on is very important, because Michael is our son, and they want him home just as much as we do. So for them to do what they're trying to do in their jobs is highly important, and I respect that. Yes, it is frustrating at times, but
Back in December, you told me that you believe Michael was taken. Do you still feel that same way today? And has there been new developments or anything that's made you feel more strongly about that?
yes, sir. Wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
But here's my thing though. What makes you feel like that he's taken? What, because Tyler told you something that he think he's been taken? What make you feel like he's taken? You know, what's giving you the notion to believe that he's been abducted? That's what I want to know. Maybe they'll speak about it up here. I don't know.
And we're going to find him. And whoever decided that they could take Michael, they need or has information. They need to come forward. It's been almost a year. It has been 351 days.
Do you feel strongly one way or the other if it was a stranger or somebody that knew him at all? Do you feel any which way about that, or do you just not know?
Don't know.
Don't know.
We
don't
definitely feel that he was taken. I mean, Tristan's been here from the beginning. There was
Day one.
thousands of people here.
I'm not
he
buying
was
this.
not
I'm
here.
not buying this at all.
So
Something
he
ain't right.
must be somewhere else.
Something ain't right.
Tyler, can you walk us through just that night? I know you were home with the kids. Can you just walk us through everything that happened last July?
Went back to change bug. Michael was playing on his Switch. She was sleeping, so it took a minute for me to rouse her. And then I changed a diaper and ordered pizza. Probably took me, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe. And came back out and went outside to smoke, and Monkey wasn't outside, so I figured he was inside with his brother, wasn't inside, and then I started to freak out, and it's all kind of a blur from there, just running all over the neighborhood. And tickle.
Tickles.
Did you,
What time was that?
I ordered the pizza at 6:40. I really couldn't tell you any other timestamp besides that with 100% certainty. And I don't even know if that's when I entered the order or when I finished the order or what. The receipt said 6:40.
and were you in the house when you ordered, or were you outside?
No, I was in the back bedroom with Bug.
And following, when you realized that you didn't know where Michael was, what did you do then? Did you knock on neighbors' doors? Did you?
I came outside and I looked down the street and I hopped in the car and called BRANDI and drove to the splash pad and then all over the neighborhood, walking, running, driving. Like I couldn't tell you where. I mean, I didn't leave the neighborhood, but all up and down this, 8th Street complex, we were both all over.
Some of the people that like to speculate are wondering, well, why did you call BRANDI? Why didn't you just call the police first? What was your thought going into that? Obviously it probably wasn't rational because you were anxious. But can you just explain a little bit about your process in that way?
I was scared, and she was the first person I thought to call. I needed her home as fast as I could because I was panicked and out of my mind.
Y'all notice how when he say certain stuff, sometimes he kind of look at her. He keep looking at her as if like he's saying, "Hey, I need you to bail me out right now. Say something." Y'all see how he keep looking at her, and sometimes she keep looking at him as if they asking each other to bail each other out. Because they trying to be careful what they say. At least that would have looked like to me. I don't know how many of y'all catching it, but I'm catching it though.
Just going off of that question, I just think, I'm sure you guys see a lot of stuff online as well. I mean, last person to see is people speculate about that. What would you say just to people to help clear your name a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, anybody that's looked into the timeline, I feel like, there was no time for me to do anything. Not to mention, I didn't leave the neighborhood besides in a cop car for 2-3 weeks. I mean, there's thousands of people everywhere. I mean, there's nothing that I could have done. I mean, I don't know how some people don't see that, but.
Talk to me about your relationship with Michael.
Yeah.
What was he like to you?
Is,
Yeah.
sir, is.
What is he like to you?
He's my best little buddy. We do, comic books, monster trucks. He's the sweetest little boy in the world. He was always trying to help.
Oh,
He's perfect with his sister. They have an amazing relationship.
both his sisters.
Both his sisters. He's a wonderful, wonderful little boy, and he doesn't deserve this.
What can you tell Buggy after it's been this long? I mean, how do you explain to such a small child, like, what's going on? And I know that's really hard to answer, but, I mean, how do you tell her?
We can't say when our older two go to their dads that they're bye-bye right now, because that's the only thing that I could figure. I for 2 months I didn't know what to tell her, and she had just really started talking at that point, and so we don't say bye-bye.
Right, Viking deserve what? He didn't deserve what?
And he's coming home. He'll be home. He's just high right now. So.
Does she ask where he is?
Pick up his pictures and give him kisses. Set him up in front of the coffee table and watch TV with him.
She pulls out his Batman cape and
Jesus.
She seems like a very headstrong little girl.
oh yeah.
I don't know where she gets that from.
I don't know where she gets that from.
Looking back, as we approach the 1 year mark, what do you, besides finding Uncle, bring you home? What would you like to see law enforcement? What would you like to see the community? What would you like to see the world continue to do?
Keep the space out there. Don't let the story go away.
Bring him home.
Bring him home. Hope that, somebody finally sees one of these, or somebody finally gets the courage to come forward and give that tip that leads us to him, or maybe the person that has him, drop him off at a hospital or a police station or whatever. Just let him come back home.
You mentioned hope. What does hope look like right now?
The strength with law enforcement and our community members and our family. All of us standing strong, that none of us are going to stop. Not a single one of us will stop. Michael is going to come home, and we're going to do the best we can to help others as well.
Does it feel like it's been a year?
It was a very quick year and long year at the same time. Like time is a
It
weird
can't be a
thing.
year. It can't be.
How do you go through every day without him being found? I mean, it's been a year. What does your day-to-day look like? I mean, you just...
Every day is a struggle. That's kind of how we do it is day to day. I don't want to get out of bed every day. But we do it. We do it, and we try to keep our stuff together.
Try.
And just get through every day. Hoping every day gets us closer to being whole again.
I'm not sure how familiar you were with law enforcement and just how this whole system works before. Do you guys read, study other missing children's cases? And do you compare Michael's to other missing children's cases? Do you see timelines? And is there anything you've learned or obtained just in this last year that's kept you going? Or is there any cases that are similar to Michael's that you've seen success from?
Yes. I have. I know it's very hard, right?
I stay off of social media.
There have been a lot of cases that have brought hope, and I continue to share those. And
Oh, he's taking over this interview now, huh?
Well, you're going to be a reporter.
I'm gonna address somebody real quick. Rhonda. Like I said, you've been here for a while, and you know how I run my platform. Okay, I get it. What you're saying, truly get what you're saying. All right. But here's the thing, though. Just like you have your opinions, everybody else have theirs. All right. You have heard me and other people that you follow do these stories and hear a crock of shit when you hear it. All right. You might not want to call it out, but you can't get mad at other people because they called it out. Okay. All right. This man was the last person to see this boy. He was the last person to see this boy. Nothing he's really saying, at least in my book, is not making any sense. BRANDI, I don't know. But what he's saying doesn't make any sense to me. And just like you and me and everybody else in the chat room, we'd heard this story all too many times before. Okay? We'd heard all this too many times before. So if the people in the chat rooms or everybody else who's talking about this, if they feel that something ain't right, they got their right to feel like that. They have their right to feel like that. They doing nothing wrong. And you do listen to me plenty of times. So what make this time any different? Nobody done anything wrong. Everybody have a right to feel how they feel. But I get what you're saying, though. But I'm going to ask you this, though. If it does come out that Tyler is lying, and he had something to do with this the whole time, are you going to have that same energy, or are you going to come back and say, oh man, that's messed up, y'all was right the whole time? Because if you hear me say a lot of times, I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, I come back and correct it. I do. So please, let's not come in my terror at brand new. You know how I run this show, and you know I speak my mind just like you speak yours. This ain't nothing new. All right? But I get how you feel, though. I promise you, I get how you feel.
Bugs. I want to help wherever I can. And our whole family does.
And you said you don't understand why the focus on Miss Kid. I mean, I thought that's what we listened to this for, because we're trying to find out what happened. You know, the focus is on Michael, because we trying to see what the hell really happened, because what he's saying is not making any sense. Again, I don't know about BRANDI. As far as I know about BRANDI, she was at work. Far as I know. But I see people in the chat room saying that they believe BRANDI had something to do with it and she's covering for him. They have their right to feel that way. Doesn't necessarily mean I agree with it. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, we all can agree. None of us was there. But we know bullcrap when we hear it. And I really don't believe anything that Tyler is saying, to be honest. But again, it could be that big percentage that I am wrong. So the focus is still on Michael. We trying to find out exactly what the hell happened, what led up to this. A child walking off in flip-flops in his drawers and a t-shirt? You don't find that odd? And he the last one supposed to have seen him? And the same pattern, I went to the back, but when I came back, he's gone. Let me remind you, same thing with Summer Wells, same pattern. Same thing with the West Boys, same pattern. They were somewhere at first, they so seen the child, but soon they turn their eyes off the child come up missing, wander off. Come on, man, they don't sound suspect to you? They don't sound suspect to you. And many other stories that's having the same pattern. You mean to tell me they don't sound suspect to you?
We got the monkey's law out there, and there's at least one more big one that other states have that Idaho does not, that I would like to see implemented here, that I think would have been a huge tool at the beginning of this.
And
So
when you say big one, like an alert is what you're thinking?
not an alert. I don't really know how much I can go into it, but there's. It has to do with warrants. Like in some other states, they wouldn't have had to do the warrants. They would have just gotten the information they needed.
Procedures for law enforcement
Right
to be
off.
able to utilize the tools that they needed at their discretion, instead of waiting, having to write up a warrant and
Wait 6
wait
months
for a
you know,
judge and
a handful of information when there's 20, 30, 40 handfuls of information that they need, but they can only get so much at a time, and they have to wait for the warrants to come through for all that. And so
this process has been pretty long.
yes, and there's a law that could be changed that would have made that part of it a lot shorter.
I mentioned this back in December when we spoke, talking about who do you turn to in times like this? What kind of support groups are out there? Nobody knows what you guys are going through besides you guys. You mentioned that it doesn't get easier. Some days you just want to stay in bed all day. Have you guys found more support just in this past 6 months since we last spoke?
Brandi's been pretty heavily in counseling since the beginning. I'm in a peer group through the John Walsh Foundation.
help them to who?
So I speak with another lady every week, out, and she's been through a very similar situation, so it's that's helped me.
We've
I
also,
tried that.
with a few other foundations,
Yeah.
they've been very helpful. Kane and Melissa.
The Karen Harvey Foundation has been extremely helpful.
Excuse me.
I mean, not maybe necessarily the same situation, but. Can I sit down?
Kind of piggybacking off, the hope that you have, where does that come from? Like, where, is it information? Is it, faith or beliefs or just a gut feeling? I mean, where does hope come from within you?
We just know we can't give up, and so we have to have hope. And as hard as that is sometimes to hold, we have each other, we have family, and we maintain that hope that he's coming home.
Are you back?
On my last question, at the press conference today, Chief Hoff said that there have been some people that are uncooperative. When you heard that, was that new information to you? Is that something that you guys have heard before? What kind of feeling did you get?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Sorry. That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Public was cameras on you.
Yeah, but that's.
Or they know, and
What is that like? You guys have to kind of keep a close eye on a lot of stuff.
Everything.
Yeah. I mean, just
we've only had one
Well,
bad scenario, but
right.
we do have to deal with stuff like that on
Law
almost
enforcement
a
was
daily.
right here in a minute, so less than a minute.
Was it just someone harassing you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a private press conference when we did it inside the
And
City
nobody-
Hall. Somebody followed us home from that press conference, and it turned into a
Not a great scenario. So,
But yeah, that's my other question.
Sorry.
Just, you said that some people have been uncooperative. What kind of feeling did you guys get? What's going through your mind?
why would you not cooperate? Why? Like, it's been almost a year, and you have watched us walk every inch of this town every day. We work locally. Why? You see us. You see us every day. You see our family. You see our children that are heartbroken. All of us are heartbroken. Why wouldn't you be?
It's a missing child. Why wouldn't you?
And are these people that law enforcement has made you aware of, or is it just they've kept it kind of under wraps, like specific people?
That's to their discretion.
Does that, I guess there's a part of you that's like, I want to know every part of this case. I want to know every piece of information. But also law enforcement not giving you every single piece of information. Does that give you a good sense that they're doing what they know is right?
Yes.
I personally have kind of left everything up to them. You know, I'll report stuff that comes to me, of course, when it should have gone there in the first place. But I would say at the beginning of it, we were both very like, we want to know everything. And then
What?
there was there are certain things that that happened that changed my mind really fast about wanting to know everything. You know, there's some not very nice people in this world, and
I can agree to that.
we have learned that the hard way.
Yeah. You wanna go inside?
Time. Is there anything you guys
We'll climb in a second, okay? Papa will help you climb.
The attention's immediately there. Yeah, is there anything you guys just want to say before we go?
Just we appreciate the police department and all the agencies involved for keeping doing what they're doing. We appreciate Tristan. He's been very good about keeping the story out there, and we want our baby home.
Please. If somebody knows something, please. Use your strength, use your courage. Please come forward. Michael deserves to be home with us and our family. His baby sister needs him. His big sister, his big brother, all of us, we all need him. He needs to come home and climb trees with his big little sister. So, please, please, we are begging as a family, as a whole, as a community, as the world, we're begging, please, have your strength and courage to give us something to bring Michael home. And Monkey, we love you.
No.
What is that?
To get into Michael's head a little bit, would he have known if he was taken? Would he have known that he shouldn't be going with these people? And would he try to contact them?
Man, I'm trying to hear this question.
You're gonna go play with the whistle in the backyard.
He knows where he lives.
Okay?
He knows what city, what state he lives in. He knows
Here.
that
Play with the whistle in the
Mommy's
backyard.
name. Mommy's real.
Okay.
Go with Papa and play with the whistle in the backyard.
We were working on phone
Go,
numbers
Papa, play the whistle.
and the address, but he does know where he's supposed to be.
Do you think he would have
Go play with Papa.
screamed out or yelled out, or if it was someone he didn't know, or that sort of thing?
I believe he would have.
Holy cow. What have they done?
Yeah, the police officers are amazing.
Yeah, we appreciate this.
All right, guys. That was the free interview. That's my first time hearing this. I don't know if any of y'all heard this already, but this was my first time hearing this. All right. Again, another story that you just don't know. You just don't know. But however, though, again, the last person that seen him is the last person that I believe that has the most information. Okay. Again, like I told y'all earlier, child just walking off like that, and he's never done it before. That's a red flag for me. Okay? It's a red flag for me. And now he has to explain, well, I guess he been explained how all this took place. He's allegedly supposed to went to the back, changed the baby girl diaper. He ordered pizza back there, and he even told the time what the receipt had or whatnot. He supposed to come back to the front, He thought Mike was outside, but Michael went outside. He figured he went back in the house with his brother, and he went in his brother. So he claimed he drove around looking for him, walking around looking for him. He couldn't find him. He called BRANDI, told BRANDI she needed to come home immediately, and nobody came find him. And it's been a whole year. It's been a whole year now, and no trace of this boy. Same thing with somewhere else. It's been a whole year, and no trace of him. No trace of him. But the last person always had the less answers for some reason. And I never got down with that. Okay, that's a big red flag. A big red flag. Okay. So, with that being said, and also something that just got me too. Y'all heard earlier when they asked them, "Had y'all been cleared?" Apparently, they ain't been cleared yet. They haven't. And I find it interesting because all this time I thought they was. But they haven't been cleared. I saw somebody in the chat room say earlier that BRANDI was cussing out some people who said that Tyler had anything to do with this. That's the first time I'd heard that. So that is the case. If people looking at Tyler funny, they had the right to look at him funny because he's the last one that seen him. So that is true. She cussing out people because people looking at Tyler. Well, why would she be doing that? I mean, do you honestly believe that this man didn't do nothing to your child? I get it. If you've been with him. Maybe he seemed like he a nice guy. You probably think he had nothing to do with this. But I'm going to say this to you. The people right there under your nose be the main one that do the stuff. It be the people right there under your nose. All right? They be the main one. All right? So again, this is another story that leaves more questions than answers. More questions than answers. And the only thing we can do now is just sit back and watch and see how everything unfold. Now I saw my runner was up there earlier talking about where, why we not talking about where, well, ma'am, if you've been following me when I've been covering this story, I just did a stream not too long ago where the LE did a press conference saying that their search has been narrowed. And it led them back to the area where they first started it. I cover all of this. But I guess you didn't see that though. So we have talked about that as well. We have talked about that as well, about where they looking at and where they started looking at again. It's right back to where they first started. That's where they're going back to right there. But I'm assuming you didn't see that though. Okay. You said keeping drama with the parents. Okay, who's keeping drama with the parents? I haven't contacted them. I ain't said shit. So who contacted them parents? Oh, okay, never mind. You just cleared it up. Sorry, you just cleared it up. You said not me, the whole community. Okay, cool. My bad. Cause I better say I ain't contact nobody. All right, but however though, if the opportunity came that Tyler and BRANDI want to talk, I'd be glad to talk to him. More so Tyler. He'd be the man I want to talk to. And one of my main questions I would ask him, when you said he was playing with his Switch, where is he at when he played with his Switch? That's what I want to know. Where is he at? Because if he was at that certain spot playing with his Switch, and you only went back there just to change the diaper or the pizza, then he should have been in that same spot still playing with that Switch. At least in my opinion, he should have been in that same spot. Should have been in that same spot. All right. And like somebody asked earlier, like, dang, how many cigarette breaks did he take? I don't know. Don't get it twisted, people. I'm not saying things don't happen within a drop of a dime. But come on, man. Here we go again. You know, baby supposed to be in a underwear and t-shirt and flip-flops and things like that. Where is he gonna go? Really, how far he's gonna go? Where is he gonna go? And I saw some people saying that He supposedly went to somebody's house and wanted to play with the children. Where's that person at now? Now, then they say there's people they've been talking to and they've been uncooperative. I really don't know what to think about that part. I don't. I really don't know what to think about that part. Other than what Brandon said, you know, hey, this is a child. Why would you not talk? I mean, I guess I can agree to that aspect of it, but I guess another side of it, people probably looking at, I mean, I'm not the one that lost your child, you know, so why should I have to say anything? Why should I have to cooperate? Because I ain't had anything to do with it. I haven't seen your child, so why should I say anything? Because I haven't seen your child. And I guess if they say that, I don't know. I guess different people look at that different. If they say that, people might look at that different, you know. But I know me, considering what I do. You ask me about a child, I ain't seen no child. You know, I mean, I don't know. But I don't think it is nothing that I just want to be uncooperative with because I know I didn't do it. So what you need to know? Have you been down there before? When the last time you been down there? What time did you go in the house last night? What did you do last night? Where you was at? Can you account for where you at? I do all that. Because I ain't got nothing to hide. Because I know I ain't had nothing to do with it. So with that about they saying people being uncooperative, you can kind of look at hand to hand on that. You can. But at the end of the day, the finger's still going to be pointing at Tyler. You know why? Because he was the last one that saw him. Michael was in his care when this happened. So that's why everybody's looking at the dad. That's why a lot of people making comments about the dad. Well, whoever Tyler is to him, that's why everybody looking at him because he was the last one that seen him and Michael was in his care. As a matter of fact, let me go to where I found this video at. Where is it at? Somebody said something that caught my attention. Somebody right here says they know exactly what happened. Law officials dropped the ball on this one. Somebody asked this question right here. Why weren't the parents clear right away? I'm confused. You think they rule out the parents first and then move on? It's suspicious that the parents weren't clear yet. Apparently, they must delete that comment that I saw then. Oh, here go one. Somebody said right here, I'm not sure about the father. He looks guilty or something. I'm just saying. Somebody right here said this was the oddest interview. The rambling and speaking in circles are awkward. BRANDI knows Tyler is lying. Tyler knows BRANDI knows he's lying, which I think some of y'all said in the chat room. There is a gap in information, and in the initial report, there was a babysitter present. I saw a couple of y'all saying something about the babysitter. Where did she go in the timeline? All right. Somebody said right here, I hope the family doesn't read these ignorant comments. I have been following this case from the day it happened. Everything, every interview, every update. These parents are innocent. They are heartbroken and desperate to find their missing son. Every possible thing can do to keep Michael in the news, they do. Every penny that has been raised for the family, they have put towards a reward fund. All they want is for their son to come home, put yourselves in their shoes, and instead of casting, on them. How about sharing this story where you are? Amidst opposing anything to keep Michael's face front and center. Okay. That's a fair argument. That's how you feel. This person said, I really don't know. I haven't followed this case, and this is the second interview I've seen. I'm on the fence. But I have heard audio of mom speaking about smoking weed, and her personality wasn't this quiet and demure. I've seen the young 19-year-old's mom that has gone missing speaking about her son and the investigation, and she speaks confidentially and clearly about his case. So why are these parents whispering, stumbling over what they say? Just a thought. Somebody right here says medical records are great too. If there was mistreatment, there would be a note in Michael's records. It says injury, bruises, etc. Parents' state of mind at each visit could be telling if noted in the records. Somebody right here said watch your kids. Don't leave kids outside without adult supervision. Lock your doors. Okay, listen to this one. Does anyone else think it's suspicious that the boy went missing while playing on Switch? Was he on a live account? I heard of children being stalked through their devices and online accounts before. It's very strange that he just went missing out of the blue. I agree with the father. Someone took him. I don't know about that. But again, could be possible. And the comments under that is the Switch is different while playing online, different chat systems. Dad needed to make sure that no one could go out without adult supervision. BRANDI stated at one point that he used the game inserts like a Game Boy or DS. I feel as if that implies he's not online with his Switch. There has been doorbell video that proves that the ignorance of these comments are sickening. Then somebody came and say he was changing the baby's diaper. Do you think he has 4 arms or something? Somebody right here said, guys, it's obvious to me that the dad has social anxiety. Not everyone is comfortable speaking in public, but he comes across as truthful to me. Okay. How many people wake a child to change a diaper? I saw a lot of y'all saying in the comment section earlier. Somebody right here said, whispering is driving me crazy. Speak up, people, like when you scream and threaten to strangle your little girl. Whoa, when that happened? Whoa. This person said, whispering is driving me crazy. Speak up, people, like when you scream and threaten to strangle your little girl. Okay. Somebody said, this is the same grandpa that was there when Michael went missing. So that's why somebody can ask him about the granddaddy. It is the same grandpa that was there when Michael went missing. Check this one out. A lot of y'all saying this in the comment section right here. Check this out. Strange interview. Mom is clingy, not knowing what to say. Breathing weird. Interviewer says, what was he like? And she corrects him and said, is. And then Tyler speaks about comic books. Monster Trucks say he was happy. And she says this is all off. He says in the interview, Michael was playing with his Switch, and when he went outside, he wasn't there. Tyler saying he doesn't have time to do anything to Michael. Yes, you do. And very well could have. He left 2 children, one being a baby, alone while he ran. So he says all around and drove to. Now, I caught that too. Now, when you was riding around and walking, trying to find them, where's the other ones at? Michael was missing at 6:40 p.m., not reported until 7:21. And LE did speak on that in their last press conference. They say that's a narrow time window. All this has so many similarities to Summer Wells. Well, how about that? Here go another person. This is a very odd interview, to say the least. I heard stuff, but I will wait and see. Somebody right here said the granddad did a piss poor job watching a little girl. I mean, well, she a baby, but I get what they saying, though. Okay. Somebody says not what they did is what they didn't do. If you're going to post a video, turn up the volume for those of us sitting in the back. I hate to cast stones, but I am waving red flags. Something is off here. Look, I call this right here. Somebody said, why do they still have to look at each other for each other's approval? I said that earlier. Y'all know that they kept looking at each other. It's what I don't understand. That's weird in itself to me. Okay. And you know, it goes on and on and on. Somebody right here said this is scripted. Something isn't right with these two. Guilty is seeping from them. Okay. And the comments go on and on and on. You know, you got some people who with them, and you got some people who's against them. And you know, I'm like this, man. However you feel is just how you feel. There's nothing wrong with it. It's really no wrong answer. If you feel they innocent, you feel they did nothing to them, then hey, you know, you have a right to think like that. You got a right to feel like that, you know. But to a lot of people, you know, this stuff just sounds strange, and it just none of this stuff is really adding up. Just like a whole lot of these stories, none of this stuff is adding up. But however, though, again, we always got to keep in mind that it's a possibility that yes, Tyler may be straight up innocent. He may be innocent. He may be telling the God awful truth about everything that happened. He may be, just may be. But what's the percentage of it that he is, though? You know, I ain't trying to talk bad about him. Just calling straight down the middle. Because it just had it been me, people be looking at me the same thing. If I had an interview and I'm the last person who saw a child, y'all would be looking at me. Okay? And if I said all that he's saying that he was right here next to me, let's say I'm right here in my computer room right now doing this show with y'all. My daughter, my son was right here next to me. I get off the line, I go and use the bathroom. And I come back sitting in the computer, come back in this computer room, and my child is gone. Nobody else in the house but me and the child and maybe Pawpaw, so they call him maybe Pawpaw. Okay? You mean to tell me you're not going to look at me and say, hey, something ain't right because you just went to the bathroom and the child's right there in the computer room with you, then where could they have gone? And everybody got their right to think like that because that's something I would have to explain. Where could they have went? Is he or she was just right here, and my bathroom just right down there across the hall, and I come on live, and say my child is missing. Well, first of all, it's gonna look strange to y'all because I'm on live talking about my child missing. That's gonna look strange. But however, though, let's just say I did that, and I come back live and say my child is missing, but he or she was just right here. That's gonna look strange to a lot of people, and I can't blame them for that. That's gonna look strange. All right? And I got to be accountable for that. I'm the last one that's seen him or her. And I got to explain that. Okay? I have to explain that. And really, it won't be no explanation other than I went to the bathroom and the child gone all of a sudden. Chris, this is the big neighborhood. Where they could have gone that fast. You just went to the bathroom. I got to explain that. And I can't say he or she been abducted. But see, what would debunk that is I don't have people running in at my house. So they could be debunked. And I got a camera system. And they don't see no child leaving on my camera system. Then what then? What then? Who really gonna look at me as I'm innocent? Everybody gonna look at me as I'm guilty. Because everything I end up saying is gonna be debunked. And the proof is gonna show that it's been debunked. So I'm just saying, y'all can't get mad with people looking at people guilty. And if it sounds guilty, you can't get upset for that. You can't. But however, though, nobody said nobody could be wrong. I have not seen not one person in the comment section or either mine that says that they cannot be wrong. All right? I have seen nobody as of yet say, hey, I cannot. They said they couldn't be wrong. We all could be wrong. All of us could be wrong. And y'all know me. If I'm wrong, I ain't got no problem coming back fixing it. So again, A lot of questions versus answers. We just had to see how this play out. And LE has said that it's been narrowed down back to where everything first started. So apparently they must got something that even they don't know what they got. And me personally, they shouldn't tell them what they got. Don't get them any kind of wiggle room to try to wiggle out of it. Don't tell them what you got. Who knows? Whatever they got could point to Tyler. It could point to BRANDI. It could point to Pawpaw. Or it could point to all three of them. But even they say they don't know everything the LE doing. And I think that's a good thing. That's a damn good thing. But then, guys, only thing we do is see how this is going to play out. That's it. That's all we can do. All right? We just got to see how everything play out, man. For real, man. But anyway, though, thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for listening. And, hey, I ain't got no problem, man. If y'all feel any different, you more than welcome to feel any different, all right? You more than welcome to feel any different. Y'all know I mean, I ain't like that, though. I ain't like that. If you watch me, I just tell her like I see it. I tell her how I feel. I understand? And again, a lot of y'all who follow me on this platform and whatnot, y'all see a lot of time do these stories. I end up getting interviews with family members, all right? And the interviews always go great. I had not had an interview where somebody got mad at me and came here and tried to cuss me out. All my interviews have been cordial and straight to the damn point. And if I had something wrong, they had no problem telling me what I had got wrong, all right? Name interview y'all see me had and it went sideways. You can't. You can't, because you know what? I'm a man of my word. If I got it wrong, I say my bad. But a lot of times these people come on the show, they tell me, you got it right. I think I had about 2 on that said I may have had something wrong, and they cleared it up. So I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I say what I mean what I say, and if I'm wrong, I say my bad. All right? Love y'all. Peace out.